My name is Richard Dawkins. August 23, 1944. 1 million Russian troops entered my country. And then the nightmare began. You do know that if I speak now, you will have no husband.
I don't need a coward for a husband.
Hello, America. I'm Dr. Jake Jacobs. I want to talk about a film called Tortured for Christ. It's the incredible story of Richard Wurmbrand, a Romanian Lutheran pastor who refused to stop teaching and preaching about Jesus Christ and the kingdom of heaven. For his crime against the Soviet Union's official state religion of atheism, the Soviet Socialists arrested Pastor Wurmbrand and put him in prison, and for 14 years tortured him horribly. I had the honor of meeting my hero, Pastor Wurmbrand, in 1981 while attending Arizona College of the Bible. Here we are together in Phoenix, Arizona. Oh my God, look at those glasses. What happened to my hair? But anyways, Soviet communism murdered millions and millions in the name of their scientific socialism that was fueled by their atheistic worldview. The Soviet Socialist state created a reign of terror over Christians all throughout Russia and Eastern Europe. Stalin and his henchmen created the League of Militant Atheists, whose ultimate goal was to totally eliminate the education of God, Christ, Christianity, and all religion in state-run socialist schools. Jesus of Nazareth was especially persona non grata in the USSR. Now here are two examples of Soviet propaganda posters, one where it shows destroying the one God of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and another declaring religion is poison, protect your children. Now today we have very influential teachers and professors who believe that those who teach our children about Jesus are also poisoning them. One such professor is the famous atheist Richard Dawkins, who likes to refer to himself as a militant atheist, as does Dr. Lawrence Krauss. In Dr. Dawkins' TED Talk, titled Militant Atheism, Dawkins launches into a full-on appeal for atheists to make public their beliefs and to aggressively fight the incursion of religion into politics and education. Now, thank God Dawkins and Krauss are not like Soviet atheists who were totalitarians and who use guns to enforce their militant atheism. However, today's militant atheists do want to use the state to stop any teaching that there is a personal God, Yahweh Jesus, and that He created the universe. These radical atheists desire to see parental rights limited so our young are not taught about the universe being created by a loving God through Jesus Christ. To quote Lawrence Krauss, teaching children creationism is child abuse. Now, Krauss goes on to say that means parents have limited, it seems to be limited rights in determining what the curriculum is. The state is providing the education. It's trying to make sure all children have equal opportunity. Equal opportunity? Are you kidding me, Dr. Krauss? That's rubbish. These militant atheists are profoundly intolerant, and they reject an enlightened, pluralistic education society where children are raised by their parents learning about the loving God, Jesus, and His example to love our neighbors. These radical atheists do not want other ideas about creation and the universe to be taught in our schools by government mandate. When my kids were young, I taught my children Genesis 1:1, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And I taught them John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. But my children were also taught other cosmologies, philosophies, and religions as we traveled the world together or we hung out in our living room. Now as young adults, my children walk their own path, and they've chosen their own faith. But it's important for us to recognize that Jesus was the foundation of our education in the early years of our colonies and our republic under God, well up into the 1960s. But sadly now, our government schools have made Jesus Christ persona non grata, and any discussion about him is forbidden. That is not a true liberal education in liberty. It is indoctrination in tyranny. And I am elated, I am so glad that schools like Freedom Project Academy exist to counter the indoctrination and false narratives about God and creation by the militant atheists and the radical left-wing politicians of today. My fellow Americans, we must fight in the halls of Congress, in our state legislatures, and in our universities across this great land to make right that we can hear both sides of the story that's out there. This is Jake Jacobs. May God bless you, and until next week, always remember, the truth shall set you free. If you thought that was cool, check out more videos on FreedomProject.com. You'll enjoy them.